The future of gun control in the works.
A lot of people don't take it as seriously as they should.
Our DC Bureau has more on the topic. A look into car racing.
Today was amazing. It was amazing.
As South Florida experiences a preview of the NASCAR Cup Series. And the Dolphins do something that hasn't been seen since the 60s.
Big hole, turns it on, accelerating.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
I'm Samantha Gutierrez. Today is Monday, September 25th, 2023.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Taking action as the number of mass shootings in the country continues to grow. With the number of mass shootings on the rise, gun violence has become a topic of discussion everywhere.
DC Bureau reporter Alexandra Howard has more on what the White House has in plan for gun control.
Last Saturday, a mass shooting wounding 4 people in Denver, Colorado, marked the United States' 500th mass shooting, and the number keeps growing. Bella Urbina survived the 2018 mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas in Parkland, Florida, that killed 17 people. She has since graduated and has been active in calling for an end to gun violence.
I think that a lot of our young people in today's country are doing a lot of work to stop gun violence and to make bipartisan legislation in order to deter mass shootings. And I think that this is a serious problem and a lot of people don't take it as seriously as they should. So I think that there definitely needs to be limits considering the fact that a lot of people are mentally ill and we have like one of the highest mental ill rates in the whole world, and people shouldn't be obsessed with an amendment. I don't know. I just always found it really extremely weird. Like, yes, you should have guns, you should be able to protect yourself, but like to commit a mass shooting, like there's clearly something wrong. I think that you should put your pride aside for the better of your friends and family in your country that you like say that you would die for.
Now, even the government is taking steps for change. President Biden announced that Vice President Harris is leading the first ever federal gun violence protection office. The administration plans to expand on presidential and congressional action intended to save more lives from a shooting. We have reached out to several gun rights organizations for comment, and we will update the story when we hear back. I'm Alexandra Howard at the White House reporting for Caplin News.
The Cuban embassy in the Northwest Washington, D.C. was targeted on Sunday when a suspect tossed 2 Molotov cocktails at it. Cuban diplomat Bruno Rodriguez posted saying this is the second violent attack against Cuban's diplomatic mission. The building did not catch fire and no one was harmed. The Secret Service is working with embassy officials and the U.S. Department of State to identify a suspect.
On Sunday night, the Writers Guild of America and major Hollywood studios announced they have reached a tentative deal to end the month-long strike. The strike started on May 2nd and is the second largest strike in the union's history. The news was announced in an email sent to union members saying the strike gave them leverage to bring companies back to the table. This comes one day after the studios announced they have delivered their final offer. Although the contract still needs to be ratified by union members, writers are expected to return to work on Tuesday.
3 people, including a 3-year-old toddler, are now dead after an apparent dog sale. Authorities say the shooting happened at an apartment complex Saturday night. Jacksonville's assistant police chief said that when officers arrived, they found 4 people with gunshot wounds.
Upon arrival, they determined that 5 victims, 4 adults, as well as a 3-year-old child, had traveled to the apartments, possibly to conduct the private sale of a dog. For reasons that are unknown to us at this time, a dispute ensued in a breezeway between 2 of the apartment buildings, resulting in 4 of the 5 individuals being shot. Of those individuals shot, 3 are now deceased. That includes the 3-year-old child who traveled there with them.
Leaving the scene, and detectives say investigations are underway.
It's about a month until the NASCAR Cup Series races off this October at the Homestead Speedway. Caplin News reporter Daniela Thoki shows behind-the-scenes experience of the South Floridian home of NASCAR.
Are your engines ready? The Homestead Speedway is the home of NASCAR in South Florida. Today we're going to experience what it's like to be in an actual NASCAR.
Oh, the ride today was amazing. It was amazing. You know, car going about 195 miles an hour. It's amazing. Hit the banks, and banks are incredible. The car comes right up at the wall.
We get to actually drive the cars, and it's so cool that they're doing this because like it brings like spectators close to actual drivers, so it's literally a good hide up to everybody.
Wow. And this is what it actually feels like to be in an actual NASCAR.
Yes, because here we are all lovers of speed, so in reality I always like to go faster. So this is a different experience, especially because of the ramp's inclination.
The first NASCAR's Cup Series was held here in Homestead in 1999. Stay tuned for next month in October for the NASCAR Cup Series race. In Homestead, for Caplin News, I'm Daniela Thoki.
As the hockey season is soon to start, South Florida is celebrating with the Panthers' festivities in eventful ways. Caplin's Tanya Jimenez has more from Hialeah Park.
After last year's successful playoff run, more and more South Floridians are wearing Panther gear and recognizing players as they're grocery shopping at Publix. In an effort to reach the fans down south, the Cats are hosting the Vamos Gatos block party to bring the ice to the 305.
In Hialeah Park this weekend, in preparation for the quickly approaching upcoming 23-24 hockey season, Panther fans gathered to celebrate with food trucks, giveaways, live painting, activities, and more.
Oh, geez, Panthers since the 90s, you know, when they started. Living up in Broward, but came here to Hialeah because I work in Hialeah, and we had some Panther stuff, so we're going to have fun with it.
Because of where the Amarant Bank Arena is located, most fans are in Broward, but having this block party in Miami is an effort to reach out to those further south.
I feel like they've amped it up way more. Like when I first started watching and going to the games, I didn't get the vibe, you know. And now it's like Vamos Gatos, like it's so out there in your face, like. And I was surprised, kind of, but happy, like a happy surprise. Like, hey, man, they're really trying, you know, to reach the community. So I thought that was great, and I hope they keep doing it.
After a great night at the Vamos Gatos block party in Hialeah, the Panthers will play a doubleheader against the Nashville Predators on Monday, September 25th at Amarant Bank Arena for the first preseason game of the year. For Caplin News, I'm Tanya Jimenez.
Running a marathon can be hard and tiring, but not without the support of your loved ones. As Caplin's Job Charles reports, a daughter showed her support in a unique way.
Sometimes you just need a little helping hand. Such was the case with this Utah mom and marathon runner who found herself struggling to finish the final mile of the race.
When I could feel my legs slowing down, I think some of those tears were, shoot, I'm gonna disappoint my kids.
But it was one of her kids who came to her rescue. Courtney Rich's 10-year-old daughter, Avery, jumped in and helped her down the final stretch.
In a split second to be like, oh, that's Avery in Crocs running on the course with me.
I saw another little girl finish with her mom, and I thought my mom was struggling even more than that. And I was thinking, she needs it, so I have to do this.
Rich said Avery's supporting surprise gesture made all the pain go away, and the pair crossed the finish line hand in hand. Reporting from Caplin News, I'm Job Charles.
The Marlins confront the Milwaukee Brewers at home for the second time this season.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
6, Tyreek Hill, touchdown!
The Miami Dolphins sank the Broncos with their offense play as they set records. Newsbreak will be back in just 2 minutes.
Really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes.
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go, get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by PantherTech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
A sweeping victory for Dolphins and a new franchise record, all in the same game. Miami played the first home game of the season against Denver.
The Dolphins scored 70 points, the second most regular season score in NFL history. And if that wasn't enough, the Fins also had the most total yards in franchise history with 726. This eventful game ended with a Miami win 70-20. The Fins will be back on the road next week to face their division rivals, the Buffalo Bills, on October 1st.
With wins by the Diamondbacks and Cubs, the Marlins needed a victory in the final race for the final playoff spot. The Fish hosted the Milwaukee Brewers yesterday afternoon at Lone Depot Park. The home team jumped into an early 4-0 lead and then hung on to a 6-1 win. Miami remains one game back in the wild card race with 6 games left to play, all of them on the road. You're watching Newsbreak. We're coming right back.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Samantha Gutierrez.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.